Hello everybody, it's Rowan Wenzong from the Planet Door Gaming Network, and we're here today to start trying out the new Scrap Mechanic game that can actually be purchased now on Steam. I believe it was for about $15 US, and it was a brand new game that just hit public release, as far as I think the alpha, if I remember correctly, or early alpha release, and take it and give it a try. It looked interesting on some of the previewing videos that I saw, so we decided to pick it up and try it out. So you guys are going to learn this with me as I go along, because I literally just booted up here about 30 seconds ago before I hit record, so I literally know nothing. So let's get started. Now, basically, the current version of the game only has a creative sandbox type environment, so it's kind of like, well, I guess if you play Minecraft, it's like Minecraft Creative, where you just have unlimited access to parts and stuff like that. So, in that aspect, I guess it's very similar, and it is a voxel-based game as well. And I'm not sure, I don't know if you can, they kind of clip right through them, so I don't think you can harvest them. Unless it's a special tool or something that's going to be implemented, I'm not sure. And this is your control book, I guess you could say, your helper's manual. You get your how to play here. Yeah, let's see what they got in here for other stuff. Some simple tutorials on how to build a Virgil. These things are kind of cool. I've seen these in action on one of the videos. It's actually kind of like a lift, which is really nice, because whether you're boosting yourself up, or in this case the project up, to be able to put stuff on it, it's pretty cool. It's better than, say, Space Engineers, where you actually have to build a block into the ground and jack it up, and yeah, it just gets to be cumbersome at that point. So I like how they actually implemented this. And it looks like you get the engine here, and you connect that to the wheel control points, what I think these are bearings probably, to power them. And then I don't know if maybe you sit in the seat and that's the control, or yeah, we definitely got to take and build something just to try it out and see how it works. So let's go ahead and give it a try really quick, see what it looks like. Let's go and find us. Looks like a nice flat area over here. Holy crap. That's a big ass corn. Thought those other plants were corn, but apparently not. Maybe they were like, I don't know, tall cucumbers. I don't see any enemies yet, and I don't know if they've been implemented. So let's go over here. This looks like a nice clearing. Hopefully it won't be too ruddy. Some different terrain, it looks like, over there. Some sort of dirt or desert area. Looks like dirt. It doesn't look like a desert. Oh no, looks like wheat. And pretty sure it's supposed to be wheat, so that explains that. Alright, that should be a good place to build right here. Alright, so plop down those. And that's the tool to connect stuff, so let's see here. Metal block. And it looks like you click and drag to extend stuff out, which is kind of nice. And you can do it in more than one plane at once, which is also nice. Connect. I don't know what won't allow me to go past this point. I guess that must be maybe the max build length, maybe? Weird. Alright, so you use your arrow up and down keys on the keyboard to take and lift it up. Guess you can't drag down, or at least I tried, it didn't want to work. Down to the bottom, basically. Only I wanted to go out the sides. Which isn't a big deal. Again, it's an early access game, so not everything is bound to work. Let's see. Bearings. I'll tell you, so far, I mean, you played Space Engineers, this is a lot like it, I guess you could say. The controls are fairly intuitive as far as how it normally would go. Looks like you do Q and Shift Q to rotate. And apparently I didn't make this thing equal. I probably should have counted that, but oh well, what are you gonna do? Let's see, what is this? That's the mechanics book. Ooh, big hammer. Nice, satisfying whack. Not quite sure what you can do is it for though. I wonder how you get that to turn. Oh, let's check out the book. Oh, I see what they did. They put bearings on the posts that come down so that it can turn. Okay. That makes more sense. Well, if I'm going to do that, I could probably fix up the side so that it's equal. So... well, that's not going to work. Let's see here. There you go. Right click. carbon strip, it looks like. And the delete appears to be the same way as before with Space Engineers. We just right click and it goes poof, which is, again, if you're coming from Space Engineers, this is going to be second nature to you practically. So that's kind of nice in that aspect as well. We'll just do front steering for now. Yeah, it looks like that's all they did on theirs too. Which is fine. And apparently when you attach it to what the heck are they called? I'm in a brain fart. Bearing, thank you. Jeez, talk about derping out. Hits the screwdriver first instead of just putting it down with a block like that. You get a little ring sound as it goes ahead and puts it on. Alrighty. And let's see here. We need, I think, this guy. Maybe it's to the... Let's see how they did it. And it looks like they are connected through to the seat. Basically, you get this little thing. It almost reminds me of a, I guess you could say, a bolt caster from Star Wars, kind of, or a crossbow. You just take it and whip it out. Sounds bad, I know. And doesn't seem to be. Oh, yep. Oh, that sucked. Shit. There we go. So, like I was saying. There doesn't seem to be any kind of a right-click interface other than to make stuff disappear. So, as far as unhooking it, I'm not quite sure. Okay, so to unhook it, you first connect, and if you want to unhook it, click and drag from the source back to the destination. Interesting. So I'm trying to figure out how we get the bearings for the actual turning wheels to turn. Well, let's look at everything else and we'll get that after. Actually, before I do that, were these supposed to go to the engine? They were. That's kind of cool. So you can pretty much pick up the strings like that with the left mouse button. Also, like, you can actually access the control nodes, I guess you could say, through the block or the, you know, ship, whatever you're working on, instead of having to go around each tire, which is kind of nice. Oh, we're ready to start. So now let's see how you change it. It looks like you use the right mouse button to change it, but let's do this. Ooh, it's actually in the ground a little bit apparently. Oh, okay, they automatically connected. Apparently when you get it on the jack stand, it doesn't want to take and do anything. You can see they're actually going opposite directions if you look carefully. Like on the front two tires. One's going one way, one's going the other, so we definitely get to fix it, otherwise we're not going anywhere fast. So you just basically simply right click like this with the right mouse button, and it pretty much just changes, oh, it's been a long day, changes direction. It should be right. Actually, well, they're going to change these. Right now they are doing opposite, so if I steer left, it actually steers right. There we go, now it's right and left the right way. So, how do we... here we go. Maybe that's what it is. So you right click on the engine, or correction E to pull it up, not right click, that'll make it disappear. And you got your engine power here, so I'm going to see if that actually control how fast these wheels move. Oh, yeah, that works. Okay. Let's throttle that down a bit. Holy crap. Let's try there. Text messages. Alright, let's try cranking this up just a bit. This is a horrible accident. I don't know how to reset it. Let's see. Fell over. How do I lift it up again? The lift selected. Alright, so in order to flip it back over, you basically get out the lift and you click on your creation, and then you find some place that's open enough to hold said creation and click, and the lift will appear with the system attached to it, whatever you built. And it's that easy. The problem with this is it's just so light in the rear end. I wonder if we can put some more blocks to help fix that. Let's try. Ah, okay, so... Ooh, shoot. Oh, crap. That's one way to take it off your ship. Alright. So... just figured out how to actually change the direction. Basically, you see currently right now, for instance, it's pointing up, down, forward, or backwards. If you hit Q, you can spin it around to do the other axis, and if you hit Q again, you can do the other axis. So you can do it, and then if you hold Shift Q, you can smack back and forth between them, whichever one you need. Alright, let's see how that performs now. So yeah, I would definitely make it a little bit wider to make it less tippy. Granted, I have these walls on there, probably made it a little bit tippier, but I want to see if we can put weight on the back, which we can to an extent, but it's not. It's still not really what's the word I'm looking for here. balanced. Still very shaky. Let's see what we got in here for other parts. Oh, we got suspension? Why did they not put that in the manual? No. Big wheels, suspensions? Oh, come on now. Ooh, thrusters. Got some lights. Net fence. Is that? Yes, it is. It's toilet paper. Okie dokie. Rubber-ducky. Give this a shot. Not sure how good it's gonna work, but what I should do is widen this by a couple on each side, I think. I think that's what I'll do. Try and get it a little bit wider as far as stability. Maybe it'll help out. Hmm. Might have to go one higher. It's like working on shock mounts on my Jeep. Maybe, let's see here, up and down, yeah. Let's try something unconventional. Apparently you can't connect it to those. Well, that's weird. So much for that idea. So I wonder if we can do it on the other end. We cannot. These guys don't have to have the steering anyways. These guys in the front, however, do. So what we might be able to do something like this. Well, we can always see how these big wheels work. Definitely bigger wheels. She had some nice off-road wheels, though. Apparently I added too much onto one side again. I cannot win. Well, you know what? It can stay like that for now. Whoa. That's it, off-road suspension. That kind of worries me. Ooh, I think I see what it did. Maybe. This one will be as uncompressed a little bit. Oh god, I didn't even notice the graphics weren't bumped up. Guess all we got is a high, not a very high. Oh, it doesn't look that bad. I wonder if these have to be... No, apparently not. I wonder if those had to be hooked into engine... What the heck? Wow, that's where the guy, like, bends. I almost fell out of a seat. Yeah, so it looks like when it's at rest, the suspension is completely compressed, but once you get going, it kind of comes alive a little bit when you drive, which is kind of weird, but I guess it'll take and do. Now, one thing I haven't seen so far, let's see what I can do here. Hey, really, I don't know if you can break this stuff. I mean, nothing's breaking, I don't see any obvious signs of damage. I'm saying creative mode, these things have pretty much God mode on, unlimited durability. Which I guess can be good and bad, depending on your type of play style or what you're looking to do. So I think overall we can have a lot of fun with this game, and I'm looking forward to actually seeing what we can take and do. I've seen some of the advanced preview videos of what's been done on this thing, and I mean, basically the sky's the limit as far as your mind. I've seen people create, you know, transforming houses that turn into vehicles and can drive away. When, like, you basically go up to the house, it looks just like a normal house. You hit a couple of buttons with the control blocks, and then all of a sudden it starts transforming like a transformer. Wheels pop out, walls peel back so you can see where you're driving, the roof peels back, and you're off to the races. So, I mean, you can really do a lot of really cool stuff with this stuff from what I've seen so far. And we're definitely going to start digging deeper into this, learning a lot more of the aspects of the game, especially the program blocks and stuff like that, to be able to allow us to do some of those more advanced builds. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I hope they start to add in some more blocks in, or even allowing the Steam Workshop to start adding some stuff in, so we can start getting, let's say, maybe for instance off-road wheels, or actually this thing does have thrusters, I remember correctly. Let me see. Yeah, thrusters, let's see. 3 thrusters. What could possibly go wrong? I guess you're gonna attach those to the seat directly. Ooh. Oh, hit my head. I'm alright. I'm only bleeding a lot. You know, I hate to say this, but if you look at this guy, he's got a freaking seatbelt right behind him. And yet, like, he keeps flying off this seat when you take turns and you go forwards and backwards. Put the seatbelt on, for the love of God. Don't be falling out of the seat like that. Ooh, saved it. Yeah, the off-road suspension, especially if you're not dealing with a flat built world, is definitely the way to go. If this was a stiff suspension, or just on blocks, this thing would have flipped so many times by now. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be able to have a lot of fun doing stupid, crazy stuff with this. I think probably our next thing that we should work on here in our next video is probably setting up a little base someplace. Maybe do some exploring, find someplace cool if there is anything. Again, this is early alpha, so early access. I keep saying early alpha, but it is early access, so I'm not sure quite how much stuff they have in the game or how fleshed out they have these lands, whether they're seed generated or asymmetrically generated. Dig a little more into that, but I'm between a rock and a hard place. But yeah, ooh, cave. No, I thought that was a cave. They do have paths. I wonder where these paths go to. Ooh, it'd be a nice little building area for a house. I think that other place would be our best bet. What the heck is that out there? Oh, it's the fence. Okay. So I wonder what the heck that was. And if I didn't want to stop up here to build, I would so go flying off this cliff and see just what this thing could take for punishment. Truly see if it's on God mode or not. You guys gotta definitely need a chiropractor after all this. Getting whipped around that seat. Yeah, so anyways guys, I think I'm gonna take in park here. And let's see. And I think we're gonna take in stop here. And call it for this video. Probably be back here pretty darn soon, seeing as this is a fairly new game and there's a lot of stuff to explore and dig into. And we'll see just what kind of crazy stuff we can build. I think, like I said, next we're going to take and work on a, I wonder. Yep, you can actually use it when you're in it. Work on a house, maybe one of those transforming houses that I was talking to you about, so you can have multiple different control points, so you can, you know, turn it into a mobile home per se, something you can drive around, or maybe make it big enough so you can drive this thing up behind it or something like that and park it inside. Try to refine the design a little bit, make it a little bit thinner maybe. And yeah, as far as that particular idea, I think would be kind of nice to take and do. Sorry, I'm having a mind blank. I got 1,000 things going on over here right now. But anyways, guys, I am Ronan Winsong from the Planet Door Gaming Network, and I will catch you guys later. So I hope you guys all have a good night. Catch you later.